Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. It is week 4, the final week of this year's Mario Kart month. And today, July 27th, is in fact my birthday. Happy birthday to me. Now, as is tradition for Mario Kart month, the video that falls on my birthday is going to feature my Mii, as indicated by what I have on screen right now. Now, my Mii has actually seen quite a bit of an overhaul since the last couple of times you've seen him. Now, first off, he's purple, because I have grown to really like the color purple, so I just kind of figured that's a good look for him. In turn, that has also changed his voice. And also, his facial features are a little bit different as well. No longer the sunglasses, just plain old glasses like mine as well. And the mouth is not nearly as smug. I figure that the sort of frowny, but not quite frowny mouth he's got right now is a little bit more my speed. So, we're going to be playing as him. We are, of course, going to be using the DLC outfits today. Some of them in any case, just my favorites. But what is he going to be driving? Well, in the past, I have put him into vehicles that are somewhat realistic. Vehicles that could exist in real life that I think would be cool for him to own. And so, in this case, this week, he's going to be driving away in... a new car! Yes, so for the previous Mario Kart month, I put him on a bike, a motorcycle, the Flame Rider, I believe it was. In the Mario Kart month before that, I put him on the W25 Aero with the GLA tires, specifically, just to make it look as realistic as possible. But this week, or this time around rather, I am going with the 300 SL Roadster, another realistic vehicle, but with the Azure roller tires. Because in conjunction with that, I have also made my Mii as small as possible in terms of height and weight, for a ridiculously close build to the Shy Guy build that I love to use in the previous videos. Well, I shrunk him for those stats, and also because being tiny is just kinda cool, in a silly kind of way. Now, in addition to that, let's hop over to the Mii Suit list. Bam, there we go. As you can see, we have got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 17 new Mii Suits to look over. And we're not going to be looking over every single one of them because I'm not fitting 17 races into this video. But we're going to go over and look through my 6 favorites, or 6 of my favorites, not necessarily the favorites, just for the sake of showing them off, and to see if we can actually show off some of their tricks, because all of these have unique trick animations in anti-gravity, which I think is a really cool touch to them. Now, in addition to that, there is one last thing. One of the non-DLC Mii Suits that I have has not ever been used by me. You may notice that the Mii icon in the bottom of the character roster there, it still has an exclamation point on it, that's why. So, we're gonna end off the video by using that very last Mii Suit that I have never even touched before, thereby completing, quote-unquote, the Mii Suits in the game. And I think that that truly will be the very last thing I can do to complete this game besides maxing out every single stat in the player stats menu. So with that said, I'm gonna get suited up with the first one of these that I would like to race in, and I will see you in the very first online race of the video. Okay, there we go. Whew, okay. First DLC track of the video, GCN DK Mountain. Now, in a previous video, I did go on record saying I think this is just kind of an okay track, and, like as I also said before, I basically have not played Double Dash. I played it a tiny bit, but I never owned it personally, and so this track does not stand out nearly as much to me personally. Now the beginning is cool and all, going up to the cannon and blasting forward up onto the mountaintop, and in Double Dash especially, this looked awesome, because you have the actual, like, speed meter on the side, and it went all rainbow colored when you flew up here. But yeah, no, just, I don't know. Even I played it a bunch in Mario Kart Wii. Never played it really, dang it, in Double Dash. It just didn't really stand out to me for some reason. So I will say, between this and Dino Dino Jungle, the ones that have this specific music, this probably is better than Dino Dino Jungle. Now, there's a mega shortcut here. I'm bad at it, but I'll try it. Okay, good. Whew. Okay, maybe not bad at it, but rather I'm not as experienced with it as I should be. Is probably the better way to put it. I did use it all 3 laps in the time trial for this one, though. The 150cc, I think maybe the 200cc time trial as well. As for the... What am I saying? What are the words I'm trying to use right now? As for the suit that I'm wearing, the dolphin suit, this is one of my favorites. I love the blue color of it. I love the theming with the eyes on the front there. I just love it overall. And I could show off its animation, its special animation, by going off the boost ramp here, but A, I have blooper on my face right now, so I can't really do that. And I saw that. I didn't think I had a way around that at that point. Ugh. Nope, get rid of that. Okay, let go. Don't get an ultra, so I can take this more easily. There we go. Good. There we are. Okay. I'm gonna do this. I got a decent second place lead right now, although Daisy is just unstoppable at the front right there. I did do one race before this one that's probably not getting included. And just, I don't know, she was just dominant in that race, even though she took like 8th place. See if I can do something here to stop her. Get a double. There's also a shortcut on the right side here you can take, bouncing over that rock, and she just did it, actually, wow. So we just plain saw that, straight up. But yeah, that's... Dang it! Oh, I was gonna throw that at her. Oh, man. Okay, well, it's all down to the items at this point now. Am I gonna go back? Yes, in time to take the shortcut. She is as well, though, that's the problem, so no matter what, she has got this on lock. Unless I pull off the banana snipe of my life right now, which is not happening. Oh well, you know what? That's a dominant second place finish, at least. And on a track like this, I was kind of worried about that, because that bridge is very infamous in Mario Kart Wii. Funnily enough, with Daisy, it's very infamous. $50-50 chance of something brand new. I'm a little worried. Now it's landing on Yoshi. No, it's landing on Vancouver! Okay! Whew! Nice! That's another city track in. No one wants these, so I have to vote for them, and by God, we got one. Okay. Whew! Now this one. This is another one that I am generally in favor of. Generally. And I will point out why, hopefully, either in text or in voice, when we get to those points. Alright, now this one has a very, very strong opening out of the gate, because it's like nature at the very beginning here instead of an actual city setting. Really gives a very good first impression. I think it easily made a lot of people's top lists just because of this opening here. And I'm usually better than at that first turn. I don't know what happened there. Wow, I actually got the double. That's surprising. Anti-gravity, watch this! Nice swimming trick. Also, I forgot to change outfits. You know what? That's totally fine. We're including this anyway. Who cares at this point? I got to show off the swimming trick. Honestly, that's the best thing I can ask for right about now. But yeah, you know what? Actually, funny story about that bridge. When this track was first added to Mario Kart Tour, I saw how curvy that bridge was, and I was like, man, I want to play this track in Mario Kart 8, because they will make that, I want them to make that bridge anti-gravity. And they actually did it! They actually made it anti-gravity, and I could not have been happier when I saw that for the first time. I was genuinely thrilled when I saw that, more than I should have been. Okay, they took the blue shell, I'm in first. I got 2 defense items, wow. We're in a good position right now. Now, up here is pretty much one of my only complaints. Listen very, very closely. Once again, it's a case of what you don't hear. In Mario Kart Tour, the crowd in that arena claps along to the beat of the music. Here, they do not. And I don't know why they don't! That added a nice little bit of extra life to the arena in that, in the tour version, and it's not here. It's such a tiny thing, but it just makes me really sad. But the other thing is, it actually hurts a tiny bit more, because you go through the arena twice here, because lap 3 is very similar to lap 2, which is another thing that people complained about, and I sort of agree with them. And they could have had the crowd clapping double speed because of the final lap music, and they didn't. Ugh, I'm really harping on this. It's a very tiny complaint, but man, I just really wish they did that. Also, that's a runaway first place victory! What the heck is going on? Wow! Man! I was so busy complaining about those two tiny details, I didn't even notice how far ahead I was. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna go change suits now, because I forgot to do that. Only 9 racers this time. Interesting. 6 of the votes are new. And we'll take it. Alright. Now, I did say previously, the tracks I raced on in the time trials video, I would be willing to redo, because racing on them is a whole different beast. And now, brand new suit, the Biddybud suit. Honestly, I couldn't not race in this one with how I race in... Oh, it's the Biddybud, I think is the actual term for the enemy. But I race in the Biddybud on a regular basis, so I had to represent this suit at least once. Alright, now let's see. I got a good round on this in the time trial. Let's see if I can replicate that here. Same as in the time trial. Don't trick. Get a nice drift here. Get some coins, big ultra mini turbo. Let's deny them some double items, hopefully. Low fat cat, how are you doing back there? You may be passing me shortly. And sure enough, I predicted it. Except not, they just slammed into the wall instead, okay. Oh, and I have double defense items. I didn't even notice until now. Alright, well, we are just cruising along right now. I'm not going to snake here, because I'm not as familiar with snaking in a tight area like that with this build. Those coins, they are much more important than you think they are. At least according to Shortcat, they basically add an entire half bar of speed per coin. There we go. Let's get the shortcut on the right. Straight on through the crowd. Beautiful. Oof, I almost not going that too early. Okay. And can I actually trick off the water this time? No! I missed too fast that time. Okay, this is a good place for a blooper, because it's pretty straight. And we get the blue shell. Oh! Hello, lucky super horn pull! Nice! Ha ha ha! And the double defense pull as well, man! Okay, I have got a little bit of luck on my side. It's not holding up, though. Oh, they were too trigger happy on the red shells, though. Last one did not affect me. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. We gotta get first place after that. Come on. Okay, final set is that. I have to pull that. Okay, I don't know why that missed me. I guess some weird interaction with me doing a trick just then. But yeah, wow. That just turned this into another runaway victory. Good gosh. Ha! Man! I'm on a roll right now. Which means the next race is gonna go horribly. Oh my goodness. No, Low Fat Cat, you finished 8th. I thought you were with me. Oh, are we actually? Oh, we got another city! Wow! This lobby is being really generous with new tracks. Like, I've actually gotten 3 brand new ones in a row. Technically brand new, if you count Madrid Drive. And now, I'm playing as Wiggler. Because Wiggler is really, really cute, and I think this suit does a really good job representing him. Now, Madrid Drive, not Madrid Drive, what am I saying? We're in Rome now, not Madrid. Madrid, wow, I cannot speak. Rome Avanti. This is another one that I deliberately did not play, dang it, in Tour for the purpose of going into it blind here. And I don't think it had as strong of an effect. Oh wait, no, what am I saying? Wow, I'm screwing up Madrid and Rome so badly right now. Because that's Madrid that I was just talking about, not playing it in Tour. This one, I think it's just kind of okay. It's got a good aesthetic, the music is nice, but, I don't know, it just doesn't quite stand out as well as some of the other ones. No, I need you gone, because you had a red shell. You were going to use that on me, I'm sorry. I just had to pop that on you. I do like this, how you instantly double back around to the back of the pack passing through here. So that's a nice touch. Oh, I need to get past doing an item. Double items, rather. Thank you. Oh, red shells. Okay. Or triple reds. I'm going to keep this as a bit of a threat to the villager here. Which means no items for me, unfortunately. But you know what? Right about now, I'd rather secure my third place. There goes the yellow shy guy. In the biddy buggy, I think. Heck yeah. Yeah, I'd rather secure my third place than try to... Ooh, you are spicy. Now I'm getting a little gutsy. Oh, I do... Can you throw that forward? Now just throw my fire backwards, please. Thank you. I do not like that fire. I genuinely do not like the fire flower item, man. I just don't know what to say about it. I don't know what else to say besides that, rather. Okay, cannot take that shortcut. So we probably got a solid third place here. Take that double. Uh-oh. Okay. Whew. And I don't think I'm stopping them in time. Yeah, no, they got past. Oh well, that's still a solid third place. I'm very happy with a solid third place. And that's gotta be an AI Shy Guy back there if they're that far back, surely. Like, whoever Ritmo is, they must have disconnected. Because no Shy Guy should be performing that badly. Dang it. Wow, move you again. Okay. Item. Oh, hello. Hello. Okay, sure, you know what? I think they went for that. So we'll do that. Dang it. Rather, I think they went for the car hit to not get hit as badly by the blue shell. Oh, that's really bad timing. Around the corner! Oh, I don't know how I dodged all that. Whew. Ow! Let out my guard at the very last second. Ooh, the car protected me back there. Come on, let's not have another super close finish with a Yoshi on Moonview Highway. Oh, we gotta go, we gotta go, we gotta go, we gotta go. We're there, we're there, we're there. Oh, the... Dang it. Okay. Well, that's a shame. If I had a nickel for every time I had a close finish on Moonview Highway versus a Yoshi, I'd have 2 nickels. Not a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice. Okay, nice. Nice, nice, nice. GBA Snowland. This, and Boo Lake. Those are how you do Game Boy Advance track remakes. And we're gonna play on them as Toadette this time, because Toadette is very cute and the pink looks nice. Might have been too early. Go! Not too early, good. This music! The music's just so cute! It's so upbeat, it's so jovial, it's so perfectly fitting for the penguins and the snow and the ice and I just love it. Alright. Yeah, it's a pretty strong, that's unfortunate, it's a pretty short track overall. But, like, honestly, for this being Wave 2, they really nailed the aesthetic and the graphics and all that here. Like, this honestly is a peak track, I would say, within the DLC. Look at that. Also, there's a shortcut you can take right there next to that snowman back there, but you need a mushroom for it, and I am also not good at it, so I'm probably not going to do it. And you did not actually get hit by the penguin, that is fine. Let's avoid my own bananas, please. Let's see if I can take this shortcut coming up here, at least. Well, I can take both, actually, if I go for it. And let's hop and go. And go. Trick, there we go. Nice. Oh, that person actually missed the shortcut. Oh my gosh. Okay. I thought that was just lag, but no, they really did miss it. Well, the trick there, I think, is that you want to drift off of that shortcut, and that'll line you up very nicely. Oh, look. Oh, yeah, that person, that Yoshi, I think they just took the mega shortcut there. Okay, I am going to take that chance. Ooh, that's especially bad. Ooh, this could be... What happened there? Okay, I guess someone used the super horn. So I can take the shortcut instead? Sure, I guess. Okay, sure, just give me first place. Spare me having to do a blue shell dodge, I guess. What the heck? I'm gonna have to go back in Mario Kart TV and look at that. That's gotta be what happened, surely. There's a pretty good chance of something new here. Nope, random, of course. Oh, but it is new! It is new! Oh! Oh, we got lucky! Okay, N64, Calamari Desert, another Wave 2 track. And you know what? This is definitely an interesting one. As is my choice of suit. I'm ice cream, which means I'm gonna melt in this heat. I just kind of picked this because I don't suspect Sky High Sunday is going to come up. I don't suspect Sky High Sunday is going to come up because people seem to loathe that track. Oops, I really got knocked around. Dang it. So yeah, and that one's probably not coming up in the online races, and so I'm just going to wear this now to represent it, because I think it is overhated. I don't think it's a great track, but I do think it gets too much hate. Now, you may notice there are arrows there along the railroad track to indicate, hey, don't go along the track. And that's what I thought at first, is that they were just there to say, hey, don't go down the tunnel, that's not the correct way. Oh, I hate that fire. Okay, you know what? I need a shortcut. Let's take the shortcut. There we go. And you know what? I almost never get to take this shortcut either. I'm going to go for the big glide ramp here. There we go. I don't get double item boxes. What? Wait a minute, how did you... That right shell must have leapt off the ground to get to me or something. Anyway, right here, they stick this big, giant ramp here to more smoothly transition you on here. And man, this... I cannot get around these turns. That is something I'm slightly complaining about on this track. For some reason, just me specifically, I've struggled to get around these turns. Oh my goodness. Whew, yeah, no, going in the Tunnel Hill, this is a great way to revamp this track. I think it's a fantastic addition. It technically turns it into just one lap and then one big lap, but, oh, hello, hi, Peach, how are you? But it really spices it up, you know? Okay, well, I gotta throw it at you too then, sorry. I was really hoping to hit Daisy with that, but, nope, I see you back there, I don't like that. I had to repel that Piranha Plant. Okay, wow, repelling the Piranha Plant actually worked! Ha! There you go, secured the second place with that move. Heck yeah. Dang, though, not horse. Did you, like, reset your account or something, or are you just that good from the get-go? Oh! Oh! Okay, hang on. Go. It's not gonna win, but by God, I gotta try for it. Come on, please. Come on, please. Yes! Yes! Oh, Sydney Sprint! Yes! Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay. This is one of my top 3 favorite city tracks in the entire game. Oh my gosh, I can't believe we got it. might even be my favorite one, even though it's from Wave 2, and it wasn't like, they weren't doing the greatest things with city tracks at that point. Oh my gosh, here we go. Question block suit. Go! Man, okay, question block suit I kind of feel like is the, like, representative of the DLC suits. It's kind of like the one that people could look at and represent with the whole update. Now, City Sprint itself. I admit, it's not that, like, amazing of a city track, but just the music in general. Wow! On this track. I adore the saxophone just going off in this track. Over here. Can I? Nope. I shouldn't have gone for that. Okay. And it gets even better in lap 2, which we're coming up on right now. Also, lap 2! I don't like the fire. Please no. Please no. Okay. Huh. Lap 2 might be one of the longest singular laps in all of the city tracks. It's kind of crazy. Anyway, listen to this saxophone. Man, it may technically not be as good as the big blue saxophone in the final lap, or the final section, but my goodness, that is such a good saxophone, and it really, really amplifies how great this track is for me. Now, I will also say, okay, whew, barely saved that. That entire park section that we were going through while I had the music playing there, that was not in Mario Kart Tour when this came to the DLC. So we actually got exclusive content, basically an exclusive lap, for a month or so before that actually came to the DLC, or before it came to Tour. Also, dang it. Although, you know what? Maybe that's for the best. Getting hit by the red shell slows you down less than getting hit by the blue shell, and I probably was not going to get hit by or get a super horn. So, I honestly think that kind of worked out better than I ever could have. Uh-oh. Okay, you know what? You need to get back here.
Don't drop your defense! Don't drop your defense! Don't drop your defense!
Okay, I should have waited for them to use up the rest of their fire. Yep, and I'm paying the price for that now. Ooh, just avoid the bullet, okay. Avoid the bullet. Whew, okay, you know what? We salvaged it. I should not have gotten greedy throwing the red shells, but I still got top half and reached 12,000 VR, but I still have to keep it. Dang it. This is the very last race of the video, very last race of Mario Kart month. The other option was Amsterdam Drift, and I could have voted for that, and we're not going there anyway. Oh my gosh, what? Wow, okay, sure. The random option plays crazy sometimes. Okay, this is the last non-DLC suit that I never used, the Wario suit. Because you know what? Outside of micro games, I have, like, no experience with Wario. So I had no attachment, no reason to race as him. Oh, man, how fitting is it that we're ending this DLC-themed Mario Kart month on the very first track in the DLC. Man, I could not have asked for anything better. So, Paris Promenade, being the very first city track in the DLC, it's pretty plain. But I still really like what it did, what it set up, what it, what it got us to expect from the DLC. I believe the left side path there is marginally faster, but then you miss out on the items completely, so that is definitely a risk-reward kind of thing. Okay, all the mushrooms here. So, lap 1, there's your lap 1. Lap 2, ooh, okay, good. I just don't like the shortcut. Lap 2 goes the exact same, actually. And what I love about this track, honestly, in 8 Deluxe specifically, is how it fools you. Because it was the very first city track, they set it up like this, lap 1 and 2 are the exact same, just to make you think, like, oh hey, okay, it's just gonna be this the entire race. Nothing fancy, no variants from Tour, none of that fancy stuff. And let's get that out of here. Come on, we gotta keep 5th place. We gotta keep that 12,000 VR by the end of this race. But then, you see these arrows, and you're like, wait, what the heck is happening? Wait, why are we going this way suddenly? Go fast, there we go, and I'm gonna take this to get off the ground for a sec. And then you start overlapping the other racers like you saw with that bullet bill there, and you start going backwards, and you're like, wait a minute, they are doing variants from Tour in this. What the heck is going on? I need to not come to the wall, please. Okay, we salvaged that. Just keep my thing. Oh, that just missed me entirely. Okay, cool. Okay, you know what? I am just gonna super wide here. I don't know what I did there. Oh, okay. I thought I was gonna get hit by that. Oh my goodness. Okay, we're gonna go. We're not gonna get 1st place. Uh-oh. And we're not gonna get a good position either. Go, 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 go. Please, please, please. Okay, wow. Still got 2nd. I don't know how I got 2nd there. Man, but there you go. We stayed above 12,000 VR to end off Mario Kart month. Let's go! So, that'll do it for the online races. We stayed above 12,000 VR, another 1,000 VR milestone, and used the very last Mii Suit that I had yet to use. But there is one last thing left to complete, and that is the music player! Okay, I'm kidding, but honestly, this got added after Wave 6 of the DLC, and this is really, really awesome, that they're just like, hey, you want to listen to every single music piece in the game, or every racetrack and ballad track name in the game, you can go ahead and do that. That's awesome. That's a really nice touch they didn't have to do, so thank you for that. Alright, but for real now, there's one last thing that I want to do. No more racing, no more anything today. The very last thing is, just in the event that I don't make any more Mario Kart Deluxe content, because this could easily be the very last year where this is the proper Mario Kart of the year, I wanted to go over all the DLC tracks that we didn't race, just very quick little rapid-fire thoughts on each of them. So here we go. First off, Toad Circuit. It's Toad Circuit. It's nothing special, but I kinda get why it's here, because the very first cup in the DLC is called the Golden Dash Cup. They wanted to make it like the Mushroom Cup and have the tracks in here be very simple, very straightforward, very easy to get your hands on. So I kinda get why it's here. And the music is not half bad here. And honestly, you know what? Across the board, all the music across all the tracks is great. So unless I call it out specifically, the music is at least good, in my opinion. N64 Choco Mountain. I kind of think the Wave 1 graphics work in favor of it here, just because it's chocolatey, it's not necessarily going to look super high definition, and again, the music's pretty good. Wii Coconut Mall, I'm honestly surprised we didn't get this one, considering how popular it is normally. But yeah, again, Wave 1 graphics kind of work in its favor, because like, it's a mall, it's meant to be all pristine and nice looking, and the Wave 1 graphics kind of sort of accomplish that. Like, obviously it could look better, but it's still Coconut Mall, it's still a fantastic track. There's just like a couple weird exclusions. Like there were those big round thank you signs and a ramp on the jump out of the mall initially. And then in Wave 1, before the rest of the DLC came out, the cars at the end didn't even move. I'm glad that they changed that. They made it so the cars move and they like do donuts now. That honestly is kind of better than it was before, so I do appreciate that change. Next up, the entirety of the Lucky Cat Cup. We never ended up getting a track from this one. Tokyo Blur. This one's probably the worst out of the DLC city tracks. It's definitely the most plain. It's a lot of just kind of straightaways and roads and stuff. There's hardly any shortcuts and stuff. I still would not go so far as to say it's bad, but it very much suffered from being an early track in Tour's life. And it's kind of ironic, too, considering Nintendo's a Japanese company, and yet the Japanese track is the one that ended up just being plain. Shroom Ridge. This is the track that really, really got me going on how good this DLC was going to be because of course, its music. It was a fantastic blend of the original kind of sort of DS sound font with the modernization of the live band soundtrack from this game. Plus, it's just a really great traffic track in general. Graphics obviously could be better. The grass, just like in Toad Circuit, looks like it has no texture at first glance, but I still think it's a great track overall. Now, GBA Sky Garden. Man, I was not personally familiar with Super Circuit, as I've said a couple of times, but I did play this track in DS a good amount, and granted, I don't remember it much there. It didn't stand out all that much to me all these years later. So honestly, I think this one's more positive than negative because of, again, the music. Music here is absolutely great, and in my opinion, it kind of makes up for how simplified they made this track and how very much not Sky Garden it is. Ninja Hideaway. This was a fantastic non-city track to start off the DLC with. I love this one. And it's mainly because it feels like it's much more of a technical track. It's much more of a track where you need to actually be pretty good at the game to get through it in a good pace. You know, especially on 200cc with some of the tight turns in this one, you definitely have got to have your skills up there if you are going to master this track. And I really like that. In the Turnip Cup, Mario Circuit 3 is the only one we didn't play. I'm not even going to provide footage for this one. It's Mario Circuit 3, you know how it is. In the Propeller Cup, Sky High Sunday, the only track we didn't play in this thing. Like I said earlier in this video, I think it's overhated. Like, I kind of see the complaints about how it's just an oval, how it's just pretty simple, you're just driving straight forward. But honestly, I like it. I think doing all the jumps is cool. I like tracks that are all anti-gravity. I think it's a cool thing that the yellow rails are anti-gravity bumpers instead of actual obstacles. I don't think that's something that makes the track worse. I think it makes it neater. And so yeah, it's not nearly in like my top 10 or anything of this DLC, but I do genuinely think that it is an overhated track. In the Rock Cup London Loop, I thought that this was a pretty plain city track at first, and compared to other ones like Vancouver Velocity or Singapore Speedway or even Madrid Drive, it definitely is. But I've kind of grown to like it a little bit more recently, especially with the overall theme of like the chain jumps being there and getting loose on the final lap and like going through almost terrorizing the city. I think that's just a neat little addition. GBA Bootleg. This, again, incredible GBA remake. Very much thanks to Mario Kart Tour, admittedly, but man, they did this one absolute justice, adding in anti-gravity, adding in diving into the lake and driving around on the remains of the pier. Gosh, they absolutely nailed this one. Wii Maple Treeway. It's Wii Maple Treeway. Everybody loves this track, and for a very good reason. The aesthetic is fantastic. The overall layout is very perfectly Mario Kart. The wigglers are cute. It's just, in general, every single thing that a good Mario Kart track should be. In the Moon Cup, DS Peach Gardens. Kind of sort of a plain remake at first, but, in my personal opinion, it definitely gets saved by the final lap twist of turning around and going through the rest of the course backwards. I think that is a really, really clever idea to add in here, and I'm equally surprised and not surprised that they didn't do that again for any extra tracks in the rest of this DLC. Because they did it for Kalimari Desert, it made sense there, because that literally had a second variant in Tour, where you drove on the road, or on the railroad, rather. But yeah, no, the DS Peach Gardens had no such variant in Tour, aside from the literal reverse variant that every track had. So yeah, it's kind of surprising that they only did this concept one single time. Merry Mountain, another pretty good, brand new non-city track. The overall Christmas theming is great, going around and seeing the train is awesome. I'd say the only kind of sort of downside is the big hill at the very end, since it's pretty just a straight hill. But even then, the anti-gravity bumpers add at least a tiny bit of, like, paying attention that you have to do, you know? In the Fruit Cup, Amsterdam Drift. This is a pretty decent one as well. Kind of in the middle of my pack, I would say, of the Tour City tracks. The general visuals are nice. I like the mix of driving through the city and driving in the sort of the outer fields, the flower fields, all sorts of that stuff. So it's got a good variety of locations, which I think spices it up nicely. Yoshi's Island. This is easily a top 10 track in this DLC. It's just a very quick rapid-fire tour of pretty much most of the Yoshi's Island locations all in one go is absolutely great. Music is top-notch. I love how they changed the music before and after the race to theme it around Yoshi's Island more. Very amazing touches here. Now, I will say, when this track was first teased, seeing all the different locations made me think it was going to be more like Mount Warrior, where it was 3 sections instead of 3 laps, and it was going to have a whole lot more variety to it in one singular point-to-point race. But I still think this track did a great job of that, despite being just a traditional 3-lap race. The Boomerang Cup. We actually played all 4 tracks here, so I've got nothing extra to say, other than the fact that it's the Boomerang Cup. I'm surprised they didn't save Sydney Sprint for this cup. In the Feather Cup, GCN Daisy Cruiser. Absolutely one of the best glow-ups in terms of the music. There's me calling out the music again. But otherwise, it's just about as good as it was in Mario Kart 7. You got that new underwater area, you can drive through the pool now. Trying to evade the tables sliding left and right is neat. It's pretty nice. I admittedly don't have a lot to say about it, but it is an overall really good track. Squeaky Clean Sprint, another top-notch track in the DLC, another brand new track not based on a city. I love the overall theming of this track, with you just being really, really tiny, just racing around a singular bathroom area, down the tub, out of the pipe, up and over a toilet. Like, man, they hit all the beats for a bathroom-themed track, and I think it could not have been any better. The Cherry Cup. We played everything here. Nothing really to comment on besides GBA Sunset Wilds just being kind of a low point, but otherwise all of these are really good tracks, I would say. The Acorn Cup. Daisy Circuit. Kind of an okay one in my opinion. The circuit tracks I don't usually have like a super high opinion on, but again, the music. And the overall like sunset theming of this track and that ending U-turn with all the boost pads, I think it adds up to a nice conclusion, as it were, to this DLC. A nice circuit track to conclude this DLC. The Spiny Cup. What can I even say about this? We played all 4 of these for the time trial video. Other than maybe Rosalina's Ice World, I would say this could potentially be a top 3 cup across the entire DLC. Honestly, especially ending with Wii Rainbow Road, that gives it a ton of extra bonus points right there. And that'll do it. That is at least a basic coverage of every single track in this DLC, all 48 of them. Man, I'm really happy that I got to at least come back and knock this out and show off everything this DLC had to offer to one extent or another. I love Mario Kart 8. And not just the Switch version, I love the Wii U version as well. I tried the Wii U version at a friend's house, and it gave me some kind of crazy joy that I hadn't felt from a video game in a pretty long time. That, in conjunction with Nintendo's promotion where you buy Mario Kart 8, you get a free digital Wii U game. Those lined up so perfectly that was just my cue to finally buy myself a Wii U, which I believe was my very first time buying myself a home console, which in and of itself was a crazy sort of magical experience. And even just the base game with those 32 tracks at launch, I got an insane amount of time out of that. I cannot even express just how amazed I was at that game back then. Then the DLC came out, and that made it just even more of a magical experience. And it basically embedded Mario Kart 8 as, like, one of my favorite games of all time. And then they announced the deluxe version. Now, the deluxe version has its own silly sort of story behind how I went about getting it. The launch of the Nintendo Switch, May 3rd, 2017, I camped out outside my local store longer than I needed to. I got there at 10 p.m., and no one else showed up until 6:20 a.m. the morning of, when my original intention was to show up at 5 a.m. and psych myself out. I picked up a Nintendo Switch that day, not for The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, but just to ensure that I had a Nintendo Switch ready for the launch of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe the following month. That is how much Mario Kart 8 on Wii U meant to me, and subsequently, how much Mario Kart 8 Deluxe itself meant to me once that launched. And even before this new Booster Course Pass DLC came out, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe itself, barely ever getting updated, it still meant so much to me. I got to participate in some gameplay with some content creators I like. I won a tiny little weekend tournament online and won like $15 in eShop credit. I got to have fun on a somewhat irregular basis, kicking the heck out of my friends locally in the game just because I had gotten that good at it from the Wii U version. And then when the Booster Course Pass finally arrived, it was a very, very special feeling to have even fresher, renewed interest in the game, playing the waves locally with friends each time a new wave came out and experiencing those tracks for the first time, technically. This game, technically, has been around for over 10 years at this point, and for some people, that's way overkill. We should have moved on to a new Mario Kart by now, but for me personally, I could not be happier that my favorite Mario Kart ever, the Wii U version, has lasted long enough to get an even better Switch version, and has gone on to last even longer than that. I know a lot of people are hyped as heck for Mario Kart 9 or Mario Kart 10, which whether or not Nintendo considers Tour to be Mario Kart 9. But personally, I'm one of the very few people, I think, who would be even more hyped if Mario Kart 8 got re-released or ported or whatever again to the Switch 2. I just love this game to pieces, and I would not even remotely mind it getting yet another chance to shine. So, that's my heartfelt conclusion about Mario Kart 8 wrapped up. So, what's next? Well, this channel's pretty much gonna go back into a dormant, as I feel like making videos sort of state. Now that being said, I have dabbled a little bit with Twitch streaming. Back when Dragalia Lost was still alive, I did a good amount of summon streams with that game. And the feeling of actually like having live reactions, live people to talk to, definitely enhanced the experience of sharing my gameplay. And so I feel like if I'm gonna do anything content creator-wise from this point as a hobby, then it's gonna be over on Twitch. So in the event that happens, my Twitch username is GhostKid825, same as it is here. I may give that a shot sometime this year, maybe. I'll either do that or I'll just stream on Discord privately with friends. At the very least, I'll test it out, because I'm not entirely sure if my laptop is actually capable of streaming, because I did try streaming Dragalia through my laptop one time, and that seemingly did not handle it that well. So maybe this just won't work at all, maybe you gotta get a whole new computer first, but I'll at least try to give it a shot sometime in the near future. If I do, head over to my Twitch page, follow me there, and you'll see if I stream some Mario Kart 8 Deluxe over there. And hey, while you're over there, I have most of my Dragalia Lost streams from back in the day archived, so you can check those out. They are mostly direct from phone recordings, but they are still a good time to watch, especially with the insane luck that I had. Maybe I'll see you over there, maybe I'll see you back on this channel, but one way or another, that is the end of Mario Kart Month 2024. We've covered pretty much everything there is about the DLC, and I'm very grateful that I took the opportunity to log all of my thoughts on this incredible DLC. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you when I see you. Goodbye.